Hello guys, welcome back my gaming channel Twist Clash. Stay here for more funny gaming video. The new to game is set in a fictional take on Miami, Florida, known as Vice City. The year is 1986, and Tommy Vercetti has just been released from prison after doing a 15-year stretch for the mob. The mob, more specifically, the Farelli family, appreciates Tommy's refusal to squeal in exchange for a lesser sentence, so they send him down to Vice City to establish some new operations. Tommy's first order of business in Vice City is to score a large amount of cocaine to work with. But Tommy's first drug deal goes sour, leaving him with no money, no cocaine, and no idea who wronged him. The mob is, of course, angry over the whole situation, and now Tommy has to make up for the loss before the gangsters come down from Liberty City to clean up the mess. As Tommy, you'll start the investigation, figure out how to rip you off, take care of business, and set up shop in Vice City in a big way. Oh, and you'll also drive taxis, get involved in a turf war between the Cubans and the Haitians, befriend a Scottish rock group named Love Fist, become a pizza delivery boy, smash up the local mall, demolish a building to lower real estate prices, hook up with a biker gang, run an adult film studio, take down a bank, and much more. While Grand Theft Auto has always been a violent, mature-themed series, it has always balanced the violent crime with an equal amount of tongue-in-cheek humor and style. Vice City is no exception, presenting an exaggerated view of the 1980s that makes use of a number of the kitschy pop culture stereotypes found in film and television from the decade. The drug-laced tale recalls such Miami Vice. Many of the characters are dressed in pastel suits. The game's vehicles also fit the bill, with a lot of basic sedans mixed in with cars that look enough like Porsches, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris to pass for the real thing. None of the cars are licensed, of course, though in a nice touch, some of the cars are actually earlier models of cars that appeared in Grand Theft Auto 3. Fans of the previous game will undoubtedly appreciate little things like this, and the other occasional ties to the world of Tai, which really help this new Grand Theft Auto game feel like part of a cohesive universe. As great as the game's presentation and use of its source material are, without a collection of gameplay improvements, it would have been little more than a mission packed with a touch-up job. But Rockstar North has definitely been hard at work in this department. The most obvious addition is the inclusion of various types of motorcycles among all the vehicles on the road. There's a decent variety of two-wheelers in the game, including mopeds, street bikes, dirt bikes, and big hogs. As you'd expect, the bikes handle a lot differently from one another. Your basic street bike is a good mix of speed and maneuverability. The big choppers are harder to steer, but they have ludicrous top speeds. You will get tossed off the motorcycle in almost any collision, which costs you a little bit of health or armor. This makes them pretty much useless in any situation that involves dodging the police. But they're incredibly handy in any mission that requires speed, and since you can pull a lot of fancy tricks on them, they're also a lot of fun to drive around. You will also do a bit of flying in Vice City. After moving through a few major plot points, you will open up the west half of Vice City, which is locked away at the start due to hurricane warnings. After that, you'll encounter missions that let you fly a seaplane around the city. You will also find a few different helicopters here and there. Flying around the city is pretty impressive, and it showcases the game's engine quite well. You can see for miles when you're up in the sky. While some of the city's skyscrapers are too high to get on top of, you can land the choppers on most of the game's buildings. Expect to find a few of the game's hidden items stashed away in these sorts of difficult to reach areas. A few new player actions have been added to the game as well. Pressing L3 will lock Tommy in a crouched position. This lets you take cover behind objects and improves your shooting accuracy. You can also dive out of moving vehicles, which handy for ditching cars or bikes into the ocean, escaping a burning vehicle, or just ramming empty cars into other cars for